The reason many of us fell in love with Lil Uzi Vert's music during the iconic late 2010 SoundCloud era was because of how unique yet relatable his music was. Whether it was XO Tour Life, where he was outlining a big fight between him and his girlfriend and expressing his troubles within the relationship, or On the Way Life Goes, where he delivers a very bipolar song, where at first he talks about the hurt and regrets he feels from his past relationship, in the lines, "If she ever called my phone, you know I got a dead hurt, but I like that girl too much, I wish I never met her." Then in the second part of the song, where he details about his newfound hope in meeting a partner in the future. "I know it hurts sometimes, but you'll get over it, you'll find another life to live." Now, whether it be allegedly stalking and assaulting his ex with a pistol, or he himself being a victim of assault by his partner, it's clear Uzi has been through many tough relationships in his life. So who are these girls that caused Uzi so much trauma? How did these relationships pan out? And all these years later, has Uzi finally found closure? Lil Uzi Vert and Brittany Bird began dating all the way back in 2014, before Lil Uzi Vert was a superstar he is known as today. They met through a mutual friend and instantly grew a strong bond, where she even stated herself, "When we met one another, there was like a moment of recognition. Two aliens in America." Over the years, Brittany acted as more than just a girlfriend. She served as Uzi's stylist and designer due to the experience she had in the field. She attended Parsons School of Design, worked on special projects for the Met Gala, and worked with Lindsay Lohan. Also, fun fact, she used to play basketball in high school, where she was named the 8th best shooting guard in California.
Brittany's my girlfriend, and she's crazy.
What can you say about very early Brittany?
She plays basketball.
The two would become immensely close, basically inseparable. She would be constantly posted on Uzi's social media, and the two became an iconic couple within the early emo rap SoundCloud scene, with an article even stating that his relationship was almost as well known as his music, referencing his and Britney's relationship. And she would also get Uzi tattooed on the middle of her neck. Brittany would first blow up on social media from her iconic appearance in the Money Longer music video in the July of 2016, where Uzi rescued her from a mob of shooters. She would also be part of the cover arts for Love Is Rage and Lil Uzi Vert vs. the World, and Uzi would give her special mentions in multiple songs, such as Team Rocket, where he would say, "Brittany be my bae," in Band TV, where he expressed that he wants their relationship to last a long time, saying, "I wanna last with Brittany like Keith and Otanya." However, as always, all good things have to come to an end, as on the 25th of June in 2016, Lil Uzi Vert would release a handful of tweets which read, "Single, we are done, change your life over now, it over, done," which fans took as him and Brittany breaking up. Just an hour after announcing their breakup, Uzi would drop the single, "Stole Your Love," with the cover art being an image of him and his girlfriend, which had fans confused, as just a couple of days before, Uzi had been posting many pictures of them together on his social media, so it seemed like everything was going well, so this sudden burst of tweets and this random song was unusual. This sudden breakup caused fans to start rumors that Brittany supposedly cheated on Uzi. However, Uzi would come out and clear those rumors with a tweet that read, "She didn't cheat." So we don't know the actual reason for his breakup in 2016, but we were left with some clues from Uzi though. In the song "You Was Right" from Lil Uzi Vert vs. the World, he walks us through a supposed argument he had with his girlfriend, where he admits his wrongdoings and regrets about bringing and smashing a groupie, cheating on Brittany. "You was right, I was wrong, yeah I should have never took her home, yeah I should have just boned, yeah fantasy on my phone." After this breakup, the first time Uzi would speak of Brittany would be in an interview with the Fader magazine in the February of 2017. We exposed how the relationship actually was. "I'm a rapper bro, it's fucked up. Our relationship is fucked up. But you know, I love her for her. And she loves me for me, so you know, it's always gonna be good." Which is true, their relationship was real. It was before Uzi had fame and money, so he knew Brittany loved him for him. Now of course, after their splitting, Uzi felt heartbroken, which resulted in him pouring out that emotion into his upcoming debut studio album, Love Is Rage 2, which released in the August of 2017. In an interview with Low, Uzi confirmed that Love Is Rage is indeed a breakup album, with 16 total tracks and cover art designed by Virgil Abloh. Love Is Rage 2 is about loneliness and frustration, but more importantly, how it is still possible to be happy under any circumstances. And throughout this project, Uzi would make constant references to his and Britney's relationship. On the song XO Tour Life, which ended up peaking on number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100, and became one of the biggest songs of the late 2010 SoundCloud era, Uzi said the lines, "My Brittany got mad, I'm barely her man now," which could be a clue on how their relationship ended, with the song overall addressing topics like suicide and betrayal. Ultimately, it's a narrative mix with strong emotional dialogue outlining a big fight between him and his girlfriend. On track 4, No Sleep Leak, Uzi would rap, "Nowadays I think a lot of you, but I don't really want to bother you. Every day get right inside of you, not talking Twitter, I follow you." Explaining how he thinks of Brittany a lot and misses her, even possibly stalking her, but is also scared to get back in touch with her. He would also directly address his regrets about their relationship on The Way Life Goes, in the hard-hitting lines, "Just talk to your homie, she said we should be together. Gave me brain, was so insane, I made her my header. If she ever called my phone, you know I gotta dead her, but I like that girl too much, I wish I never met her." And these 4 lines actually became one of the most iconic Uzi lyrics, just simply with the fact that it's so relatable to everyone. But in the scenario of this song, it was Uzi talking about how he doesn't want to get back in touch with Brittany due to the amount of hurt their relationship caused him, then even saying that he wished he never met her in the first place. And with this album, I could go on forever. Almost every song is about regrets, how he felt, or how he even wants to let go of their relationship and put it in their past. Ultimately, leaving us with one of Lil Uzi Vert's greatest albums, landing multiple platinum certifications and becoming his most streamed project on Spotify. Now, after Lovers Rage 2, it seemed like the two were still on and off with each other, and together would even tease us on social media, up to all the way in 2019, where Brittany would be posting Uzi on her Instagram. In 2020, Uzi even bought her this dog, which they named 16, and Uzi would also put her on the cover art for the deluxe of Eternal Take. However, things would go very south in 2021, with Uzi ending up getting arrested. Now, after Uzi completely ended things off with Brittany, during this period, Uzi would be supposedly dating the artist JT from City Girls. But things weren't really public, it was very cryptic, and fans were constantly guessing if the two were actually together. But eventually, something would occur which forced Uzi to come public about everything. On the 1st of March in 2021, Brittany Bird would leak a text message conversation she had with Uzi on her Instagram story, which showed Uzi begging Brittany to get back with him and dissing his current girlfriend JT. "She playing a dirty ass game. I didn't buy her shit. You ain't waste shit. We still together. I don't talk to her. That's why she doing that." And JT would see this, so she would put out a series of tweets in response. "He begged me worse, but like actually in real life. He says the same thing about her. I ain't delusional no more. I bet." So to JT, it seemed like these things Uzi was saying weren't a surprise, as he says the same things to her. Now you want to post a fellaring, you're really getting out of character. Not Mrs. Peace Be Still. I know his ass move, I tried to tell. While I tried to tell you a year ago he was lying, you call me delusional. Uzi know I'ma put his ass in a pretzel, laughing emoji. B, I never impressed about nobody, ever he been doing you in bean. But you know, this is a little different. He wouldn't stop, I've been trying to tell you, now you in a frenzy while I'm eating crab legs. So she's basically trying to make Brittany look like a bit of a clown, and that she's posting these text messages for no reason. But overall, it's clear JT didn't take offense to these text messages of Uzi basically saying their relationship didn't matter and that he wants to be back with Brittany, which is odd, but these messages could have been from a while ago. Anyways, to prove his love, Uzi would then post an image of JT to his Instagram, tagging her, announcing to the public that they are officially dating. JT would then put out more tweets after this, saying that him and Uzi spent Thanksgiving, Christmas and New Year's together, so why did Brittany think him and Uzi were still a thing? Oh, and that they had Valentine's Day on a jet also. Uzi would announce in tweets that he loves JT and he will no longer be making heartbreak music. But this feud didn't end there, it would continue, as just a couple days later on the 7th of March, Uzi and JT would be part of a magazine cover shoot, where they would be posted together showing a lot of skin. Now Brittany, Uzi's ex, would see this and tweet out a sock emoji and then later on LMFAO. This would send JT into a fit of rage, where she would send out over 30 tweets, with the majority just calling out Brittany. Some of my favourite were, "Ho would literally die to be in my shoes with the success I have, a fella and flip aside, I on your whole fake life." Basically saying that JT is way more successful and that without Uzi, Brittany would be nothing. Bitch has nothing to show from that long pointless ass relationship, just drip pics and text messages. You not a baby mama wife, nothing move on animated grasshopper. Which is JT coming at Brittany about her past relationship with Uzi, saying all those years of dating alluded to nothing. Stupid ass band-aid on your neck, seeking ass bozo Bigfoot one size fit lil Uzi ass bitch. Which is JT coming at the fact Brittany covered her Uzi tattoo on her neck, saying that she is attention seeking by covering it up. Then the last one I'm going to read out, calling paparazzi on yourself in a parked Wrangler. Which is JT exposing the fact that Brittany supposedly called the paparazzi to photograph her and her new boyfriend, rapper St. John, in her Wrangler. Which you guys need to remember for later, as these three people, Uzi, Brittany, and St. John, would actually get into a big altercation later on. Anyways, Brittany would respond back on her Instagram story, saying that she saw Uzi three-piece her like Mayweather, suggesting that Uzi abused JT.
I offer this to every young girl, every woman, or young person following me to never give your whole life to a man, never let a man use to attack another woman. Don't allow yourself to be abused, confused, misused enough to become an abuser. I'm too much of a womanist. I am too much of a feminist to ever allow myself to hate you. You can call me homeless, but I saw you get three-pieced like a person in a Mayweather fight and asking for a hotel room in a safe environment, and it just didn't make me feel good to see that. It made me feel sorry for the girls who think that abuse is okay. You can call me everything but a child of God, but I never want to see a woman get beat.
So of course, JT had to defend her man, which she sent out some tweets again, which read, I never saw this girl a day of my life trying to start a campaign to promote that shop. When was this bird museum? Liar. You really sitting here lying. When you saw this, you would have been said this when you put those messages out, bitch. Took a day to come up with that video. So JT was basically disproving the fact that Uzi was apparently abusing her, which he never did. Uzi himself would then go on Instagram live one night, drunk out of his mind, stating how he would never expose Brittany like she tried to expose him.
Y'all trying to justify a nigga trying to expose me, a lady trying to expose me? Ma, I will never expose you.
Listen.
Ma, I will never expose you a day in your life. You know why? Because that will hurt you. I already did it. As many followers as I got millions, and you can check it up on Google, and that's a big ass fact. I would never expose you because you gotta get yours. My bitch is rich. My new one. Fuck is you talking about? You gotta go get yours. I never hate on you.
But after this, things would go pretty quiet until the June of 2021, a couple months later, where Uzi would end up getting into a physical altercation with Brittany and her new boyfriend. On the 2nd of July in 2021, Uzi got information that St. John and Brittany Vert were at Dialogue Cafe in West Hollywood, supposedly having a meeting discussing a business project. So apparently, Uzi pulled up, hopped out his Cadillac Escalade SUV, and confronted all of the individuals sitting at a table. It seemed at first he got into it with St. John, where sources say Uzi threw a punch, missed, and fell down, causing his gun to fall onto the ground. This is supposedly when Brittany got up from the table and approached him. He then allegedly pushed the gun into her stomach and allegedly struck her. All three of them would flee the scene, with Brittany first going to hospital for her injuries, then later on in the evening going to West Hollywood Sheriff's substation to file a police report. Now, that is what the report from TMZ says. But Brittany's manager, a less reliable source, stated that Uzi hopped out of his car, confronted Brittany first, and struck her in the face multiple times, allegedly. She would also add that Brittany and St. John have a strictly working relationship, so they're not even dating. Brittany's manager would also be asked how did Uzi even know she was at the cafe, which she responded with allegedly, Uzi has been stalking Brittany since they broke up. Uzi is toxic and mentally and physically abusive. He has been for years. Shortly after the altercation and everything was leaked to the media, Brittany would first tweet, "Don't you all say protect black women, right? I'm a black woman." So it definitely seemed like Uzi allegedly did hit Brittany and then pointed his gun at her. This resulted in him eventually being charged by the police with 3 felonies: assault with a firearm, criminal threats, and domestic violence, in addition to a misdemeanor charge for carrying a loaded weapon. A year later, in the February of 2022, TMZ reported that Philadelphia rapper struck a deal with the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office. Uzi has pleaded no contest to 1 count, each of a felony assault with a firearm and a misdemeanor injury to a girlfriend. In doing so, he was sentenced to 3 years of probation. The artist must also undergo 1 year of mental health and substance abuse treatment and 52 weeks of domestic violence counseling. There has also been a 10-year criminal protective order put in place and he must pay restitution. Ultimately, Uzi pulled up, assaulted his ex-girlfriend with what seemed like a pistol, hospitalizing her, allegedly, for no reason. I'm trying to find a reason why he would do this. My only guess is he was jealous she was spending time with St. John, which hurt him, so he wanted to get revenge by assaulting them. Basically, almost crashing out over a girl that didn't want him back, which could have gone bad very quick if shots were let off, someone else at the scene had a pistol, or even if he hit her in the wrong place. Uzi could have been facing decades in prison for what it seemed like nothing. To wrap up Uzi and Brittany's relationship, they were an iconic relationship during the SoundCloud era, and Uzi literally based his first couple of projects on her, which I saw explained really well in this interview.
Because what I hear on those records is Lover's Rage is like, chase the girl, Lil Uzi Vert vs. the world, fight for the girl, get the girl. The last album, Perfect Tape, Perfect Love Tape, got the girl.
And then of course, carrying on with that, Love is Rage 2 is about losing that girl, almost creating a perfect story-like cycle of events for his albums. Now, as much as they were incredibly happy at the time, they broke up, and from outside looking in, it seemed like Uzi couldn't let go of his first proper love. Especially as he got older and older, he kept trying to get back with her, so he can feel the same way he did all the way back in 2014, 15 and 16, causing him to allegedly start stalking her, then beating her. Allegedly. It's a shame, but this is what happens when you're a famous rapper constantly off substances without a solid crew around you. Hopefully, Uzi's doing better now though. Sorry to interrupt the video, but if you're enjoying so far, I'd appreciate if you could subscribe, like and comment. I'm trying to get to 30k subs ASAP, so I'd appreciate that. Let's get back to the video. So as I mentioned previously in the video, Uzi and JT would announce their relationship to the public after Brittany Bird exposed text messages between her and Uzi, which led to Uzi posting an image of JT, ultimately telling everyone they are official. But before they publicly announced their relationship in the March of 2021, they would actually have a bit of a rocky past. All the way back in the August of 2020, JT would actually be asked in an interview if she broke up with Lil Uzi, as at the time it was rumours and nothing between them was official, to which JT responded by laughing the situation off.
Is that why you, hold on, is that why you broke up with Lil Uzi, JT?
I did not. I did not break up with him. We never went. What the fuck is wrong?
Why you blushing?
Why you laughing like that?
Why you blushing, JT?
And even with that response from JT, the two were supposedly still very close behind closed doors. But just a month later in September, images of Uzi kissing another girl would leak on the internet. Now at first, Uzi would try to clear the air, admitting he was on some rockstar shh at the time. He said the photo was old, and I don't do the internet telling my personal life, but I don't fuck with that girl. I don't lie if I fuck with somebody. I tell the truth. A fan asked for a kiss and my high ass did it on some rockstar shit. I be forgetting I'm black so it looked bad. Shit old, I don't even got braces. The woman in the picture then took to social media to tell her side of the story. And luckily for Uzi, JT would step in and defend him by tweeting, "B word, be so desperate to be known, nobody wants to be low key no more, it's high key disgusting." So JT defended her man, but it seemed like things were taking a turn for the worse, as just a month later, JT would put out a cryptic tweet which read, "I'd rather drink glass than F with that boy again," which fans took as JT dissing Uzi, and he would see this and bite back by sharing a picture of them together in a bathroom on his Instagram story, showing that in fact she was messing with him. But JT would respond back, saying that's an old picture. But even with all this drama, just a month later in December, it seemed like the two were together again, as Uzi would upgrade JT's G-Wagon for her 20th birthday in December. She told the media she only asked Uzi to get it wrapped for her, but instead it came back with an entire Brabus kit, fully customized with new wheels, and her iced out initials in the grille. In the beginning of 2021, as I explained earlier in the video, the entire beef with Uzi's ex went down when Brittany Bird leaked those text messages, which resulted in Uzi announcing their relationship to the public by tweeting he loves JT and posting an image of her on his Instagram. So Uzi was in a public relationship again, and for most fans, they were glad to see Uzi happy again. In an interview with Revolt, JT would share how their first day went down and how Uzi spoiled her with $30,000.
How about you? Let's talk about your first date.
Oh,
what qualified him for the second date?
He's still
He a real rich nigga.
When I first met my man, I was still in a halfway house. So he came and see me. He came to Atlanta. I was still in a halfway house.
That's real love.
And he gave me, like, he had a bag full of money, and I had a little Chanel bag. And he was like, take as much as you can.
Not the baby Chanel.
And I only could fit $30,000, and I was so mad. And he took me like to Louis Vuitton and Taco Bell.
Taco Bell? Hold on.
Now, as much as I am sure they're in love with each other, spending 30k on your first date, I mean bro, you barely know the woman. But what do I know, maybe this is what the rich people are doing these days. Then in the beginning of August, for Uzi's birthday, JT would surprise Uzi with a customized Cadillac Escalade and 2 customized ATVs. However, things quickly went south. Just a couple weeks later, in that same month of August, the two would seemingly unfollow each other on Instagram, and JT would delete majority of pictures of her and Uzi, with only one of them remaining, which sparked rumours of the two already breaking up with each other, only a couple months after announcing their relationship to the public. Then towards the end of the year, it seemed like the two were back at it again. As for JT's 29th birthday, Uzi rented the entire Nickelodeon Studios park at the American Dream Mall in New Jersey, which definitely cost him a fat sum of money, as according to TMZ, it's $50,000 to rent it out after hours. But that wasn't all. For that same birthday, he would then gift her a 2022 McLaren worth $500,000. Again though, they would go through another rough patch. As we now move into 2022, in April, an old tweet of Uzi's would be dug up, saying, "If you was meth, I would do you all day long," at Distorted, who is some girl he followed back in the day. Now, the tweet is from 2015, but it seemed like JT still wasn't happy about it, which is when she would come out on Twitter to share her anger. I don't give a F if it was from 2012, he said it was fake instead of old, and since he wants to run to the internet about it, here you'll go. So it seemed like instead of telling JT it was an old tweet, he told her it was fake. And I mean, Uzi probably did think it was fake. I doubt he remembers a tweet from 7 years ago. But it seemed like this resulted in them splitting, as Uzi would tweet, "JT broke up with me over this dumb I don't even do anything, FML." And it did seem kind of petty. And most times they've broken up have seemed over petty things. However, as usual, and as you probably expect, just a couple months later, it seemed like the two were back together though, as JT would celebrate Uzi's 27th birthday by buying him a new Mercedes Maybach van and a BMW bike for his 27th birthday, and also writing a touching Instagram post for him. "I love you Uzi, I'm crying making this post because you're literally a dream come true. I feel like with everything I've been through in life, you're one of my greatest rewards. I wake up every day to either your frown or smile, either works for me, as long as you're right here. You're my best friend, my twin flame, you work so hard, you deserve the world, I love everything about you. From your main character energy to still being able to make me feel like I'm the only person in the room, I saw you go through so much and those times you still had me down. McDonald's better not get your order wrong, everybody know I don't play by my baby, LMAO, I pray we find time to love each other forever and never let nothing come between us. You taught me a lot, thank you, I appreciate you. Nobody but you can stop you, keep going, you're an inspiration to many, I hope you never forget who you are. I can go some more, but I'ma save the rest for tonight. City girls, we are down today, I love you crazy, happy birthday, Lil Uzi, happy birthday." So as you can see, they have a lot of love for each other. But their relationship would again go through some tough times in that year again, as there was rumours that they broke up again. This is what, the third, fourth, fifth time now? As in November of that year, JT would share a tweet saying single, which of course showed that she's no longer in a relationship with Lil Uzi Vert. However, guess what? The two would be back together again, and they would end off 2022 with a bang, as Uzi would buy JT a black on black Rolls Royce Cullinan, which sells for north of 350k. And just a couple days later, after, the two would show off tattoos they got of each other's names. So moving into 2023, we can see the two are constantly on and off, arguing and biting at each other over really petty things. And it seemed like throughout the years, a lot of heated tension would be building between them, and eventually it would all be let out in 2023 in a big incident. On the 25th of June in 2023, JT and Uzi would be attending the 2023 BET Awards, where Uzi would perform the at the time unreleased song Spin Again, which contained the lyrics, "I'm effing the dog out of this bee, her wig came off twice, she had a lil throat, she looked like Ice Spice." Now at first, to fans and attendees, it seemed like JT was upset that Uzi mentioned Ice Spice in her lyrics. So she decided to assault Uzi by throwing her phone at him during the awards show, and I don't think throw is enough. She launched that thing at him. Now the video doesn't really give us much, just JT throwing her phone at Uzi, calling him a groupie, and then Uzi defending himself by saying he didn't do anything. This would lead to them both being kicked out of the awards show, and everyone thought this was because of the Ice Spice lyrics. But shortly after this all went down, JT would come out in an interview with The Breakfast Club to explain what actually happened.
The reason I threw my phone at Uzi is because when he had to perform, so we get in there and Uzi is like a frantic kid. Like he moves around a lot and he plays like he is like play a lot. So when he got off stage, he came to me and he like, "Come on, let's go. give me a kiss. And then I was like, I gave him a kiss. He was like, we finna go, let's go. And I'm like, what? The show just started. Like, so I'm thinking he leaving and about to send somebody back to come and get me. But when I get up, he down there with Bari. And so happened.
Who's Bari?
His friend, his friend that he brought. It's like,
maybe not then.
You should have made sure I had that seat. It was never about another artist because an artist is supposed to be there. It was never about that. It's about that you made sure that Bari was in his seat. Like he's sitting there, he's chilling like this when I walk up. Bari like, yeah, bitch, I'm sitting right here.
Bari supposed to get up.
Yeah, he supposed to got up and been written. You got what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
when I got down there, you supposed to check him soon as I got down there. Like, get up and let my girl sit down.
So it seemed like JT was upset because ASAP Bari was using her chair for the time being, which caused her to lash out and assault Uzi. I mean, damn. Like, their entire relationship seems like it's constant breakups and arguments already. Then this to top it off? To me, it seems like they are only together so they can try to give each other the craziest birthday presents every year, making us all look poor. Anyways, ASAP Bari would see this and comment on the situation on an Instagram story which read, "He ain't want you sitting down there, dusty bitch. Stop lying. She was really mad about Ice Spice, not about me. She called him a groupie because he was sitting next to her. Bitch sold 6k talking about me." So overall, it seems like JT actually was angry over Ice Spice, and the fact that Uzi was also sat next to her and flicked up with her, which again, is just petty. But you know these two. After a big fight and making a scene, the two would be seen together again. After JT added Uzi's last name, Woods, to her name on Instagram, suggesting the two would be getting married. And Uzi would post 3 Instagram stories of JT, with each of them having a caption which spelt out "my baby mama," again suggesting they would be having a baby together. Then to round off the year, of course, and overall to wrap up their toxic relationship, Uzi would spoil JT on her birthday in 2023 by buying her the 2021 Maserati MC20 that retails for nearly $300,000. Now look, to me, their relationship is a bit odd. They're constantly fighting on and off, but the worst part is it's about the stupidest things. But of course, this is what we see on social media. Maybe behind closed doors, they're actually a lot better than what it seems like. And it is just every couple months we do see silly things occur on social media. And I actually saw this interesting clip of JT speaking about their relationship with Uzi, which could explain some things.
What do you think he saw in you? Like, cause he saw something that he came
I
at
don't
you
know
hard.
what, like, to this day, I don't know what he saw in me, because it's just like me just like coming from where I come from, going through what I went through. I don't know what made me so deserving of somebody so good. So I just still to this day get a little feisty about that. Like, what you want? And we
Like, you
live
don't trust
together. We
it.
done been together for years, and it's still like, what you want?
You don't trust that you
I don't
deserve.
trust the feeling, not him, but I don't trust the feeling. But it's okay. It's just me needing therapy. I need to take therapy. Yeah, that's my bestie. That's my dog. Like, even when we ain't in a relationship, like, not in a relationship, because we always in a relationship. We live in the same house. Like,
Yeah.
I know the blogs be trying to put it together. I be like, even when y'all put it together, like, we in the same house, whether whatever, we in the same house, so we best friends. And we got to make it work either way it go. We don't have to make it work, but we choose to make it work because we don't have kids and we not married or nothing. So I know that it's genuine, because it's like, for what else? Because we ain't making it work for no kids.
To wrap up their relationship, towards the end of 2023, Uzi would share some concerning Instagram stories about his retirement and the status of his relationship. Why not stop now? Because business doesn't work like that. I have one more album to turn in. After that, I finally can genuinely smile. I've been getting judged from day one. I never respond to negativity. I have a talented, but I also have a heart, and have been holding in a lot. I'm not as close to my family as I should be. My relationship isn't in the best shape. I just want to breathe. The most attention I could get is by dropping music. I understand y'all don't believe me, but it starts with me to show you that I'm actually serious. I'm very stressed out and I'm done with so many voices controlling my life, it's like I never lived for me. I would give up all the money and perks that this comes with to live a perfectly normal life. I'm okay with it. This time, I won't let anybody stop my journey to happiness or being one of the greatest musicians ever. My last album would definitely help you remember who is the one. Thank you again. So moving into 2024, it seems like Uzi is going through a rough time. He needs to release another album to fulfill his deal, his relationship isn't in the best shape, and he's constantly being controlled by other people. And honestly, for Uzi's health, I actually think retirement would be the best choice of action. Since 2016, he's been going through drama, heartbreak, and substance abuse. If he retires, he can actually settle down and take control back of his life. Overall, as we can see, Uzi has been through many tough relationships in his life, and it does show in his character and music that they have left a huge impact on him.